Well, that worked out well. I'm assuming you can hear me. I'm watching all sorts of equalizer lights light up on my mixer, but I haven't been able to eliminate the pause between me saying something and you hearing something. So, RJ, I see you're on, and thank you. Give me a thumbs up or something if you can hear me yakking, and if so, we will get this show on the road. Yep, excellent. While we're at it, how is the voice quality? Is there a lot of reverb? Does it sound like I'm in an auditorium or anything like that? Does it sound okay? The uh, the acoustics in my basement studio laundry room have changed, so I'm still trying to find. Oh, okay, good, 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 good. So let's get the show on the road. So today we are going to talk about Macaw's furniture. That seemed to be. I was actually quite surprised. I didn't think people would want to talk about furniture mods, but I actually got quite a bit of a response. So let's grab that and press on. I I'm kind of feeling rambunctious today, so let's go into the closet and pull this one. Okay, and then start playing. Okay, while that's cooking, uh, yeah, you redid the floor. Yeah, yeah, we redid the floor. We've been here about 10 years, and we replaced the carpet when we got here. The carpet when we got here was 15 years old, but we replaced it all with this Berber, right? It's a much flatter, less fluffy carpet, and they told us it's commercial grade. It didn't stand up to commercial grade, so we had to replace it. And instead, we replaced everything with vinyl planking, and it looks and feels and cleans fabulous. So there we go. So let's talk a little about furniture mods. You know that in my series, I'm more interested in creating a living, breathing world, one that you can actually interact with, as opposed to one that you kind of like, fake it, right? Because in vanilla Minecraft, that's a lot of what we do. We create quote unquote chairs, and they look kind of like chairs, but you can't actually sit in them, right? And same thing with tables. We can kind of get to a rough approximation of a table, but it's not really a table. It's upside down stairs or something. So, yeah, this is going carpet to not. Yes, it does change the acoustics, and I'm trying to find a happy medium. Anyway, so my point with the furniture mods is that a lot of modded Minecraft that offers furniture mods actually adds functional furniture mods, right? So it's not a matter of faking it, but rather something that looks good, is recognizable as the object it's supposed to be, and functions like the object's supposed to be. And that's right down my alley. So I set up a space. First of all, let's just take a nice gander at all that landscape. Actually, all the Macaw stuff's pretty nice. So let's do a landing. And let's explore Macaw's furniture. So now, if we just look, I didn't need to do that, but if we just look, they have, first of all, these cabinet doors and drawers. These are just components for the recipes for all the other pieces, right? And you can see we got 16 pages. Of course, I'm on a smaller window, but they have all the different wood variations. Now, by default, the Macaw's mod will offer you all the wood variations for vanilla Minecraft, which gives you quite a selection, including the semi-wood that you can get out of the nether. But there is another mod called if depending on what other wood types you have, like there's another one called Macaw's. I think it's Macaw's O'Plenty or Macaw's Biomes O'Plenty. It's from another author, but he basically has added all the Macaw's content for all the Biomes O'Plenty wood types. And I think they have one also for the Biomes You'll Go. On top of that, there is a mod that I heavily recommend called Every Compat Wood Good. And basically their goal is to take all the major content mods that use different wood types, including Macaw's, and then to apply all the different major modded wood types to those furniture types. And so that is a pretty massive undertaking. But you should give that one a look, right? So I use that because then I can use the Biomes O'Plenty woods for storage drawers and everything else. It's pretty cool. But as we step through, we can see they have all the different wood types, and that's it. It's so here's the thing: is like when I said, "Hey, we should do this mod," and everyone else said, "Yeah, we should do this mod." I thought there was more content, but there isn't. But there is still quite a bit to talk about here, and we'll go over some of that. For example, if you take this is a stripped mangrove coffee table. Okay, so let's pop this in here and let's place it down. Yep, I wouldn't call that a coffee table. That looks more like a table you have at a bistro. But if I do this, okay, this, yeah, it looks like a table. Nice. Okay, so let's take this. This is a desk, huh? If we pop this down, oops, that's the wrong one. If we pop this down and this down, look at that. It automatically merged to. Now it really does look like a desk. And now this, that kind of threw it for a loop, didn't it? But this type of merging of models on the fly, this is a classic hallmark of all the Macaw's mods. Because, you know, Macaw's doesn't just do furniture. Macaw's does tables. I mean, not tables. Well, I mean, they do tables. They're here. But, I mean, they do roofs and fences and, you know, all sorts of different stuff that readily adapt to each other. It's pretty cool. So then, here's where it starts to get kind of crazy, right? Let's just take a whole selection of these and some bookshelves, right? And let's put that one there and that one there. It looks like a mini fridge, actually. And that one there. So you can see they give you a lot of nice variety on these. And you're like, okay, well, that's pretty cool, right? And to my point, look at that. It's a functional piece of inventory, right? Storage. Okay, here's where it gets cool. Let's go over here. Let's say I had the bookshelf, but you know, I really could use a taller bookshelf. Shift. And can I not? There we go. And there you go. It's now a taller bookshelf. You see, it's not the same. If I put this bookshelf over here by itself, you can see it had a top piece. But here, this isn't just two of those stacked on top of each other. They merged, right? So then let's say I can put this mini fridge looking thing in here and then put another bookshelf in like this. Oops. I guess I will have to. Can you do it that way? There you go. That one did kind of merge. Not quite the way I figured. So the way they set these things up, you can really mix and match your different components, which is really cool. Look at that. So now you saw I used two of the same and they had this door on the side, and now it's merged that door on the side. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to look in this. These two inventories are still the same, I think, right? I mean, separate. So I have this one. If I click here, oh, that's my inventory. That's why. Let's put it in the furniture. So here it's, and if I down here, it's not, right? So there's still two separate inventories, but visually they're one inventory. And that is the magic of the Macaw's furniture mod as far as these inventories go. Now let's take a look at these chairs, right? Got a bunch of different chairs. So try this. Let's try this. Let's try some of these other table types. And that's a counter. So let's do some counters, because they're counterintuitive. So if we put a chair down, that looks very cool. And what I want to do is I want to sit on it, right? Like they say in Happy Days. So I am sitting on a chair. That is not a vanilla, kind of looks like a chair and I'll stand on it. That's me sitting on a chair. That's pretty cool, right? That's me standing inside a chair, apparently. So now it's actually me stuck in a chair. Let me see if I can go. It's a stripped mangrove striped chair. Wow, that's a tongue twister. So that's this one. Let's see if, no, putting chairs next to each other, we don't merge. What about this one? That looks a little more modern. No, it looks like a doctor's office now. They didn't merge. How about these tables? These tables should probably merge. So this is it's a stool. That won't merge. This glass table will merge, though. Look at that. The glass top on the table will merge big as you please. I do notice that the texture on the bottom lines up with the direction I was facing when I placed it. Oops. Well, now I just broke the floor. That's not cool. Let's see. So let's choose this one. And they do the same thing, except it's kind of like the desk, right? If they keep them in a single row, they merge. If you put them in a double row, then they just stack up. Chairs don't merge, but I think there's a sofa that does. See, that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking that they had things that could be chairs and sofas. Let's see. No, stop it. Let's see if there's a sofa. That's a chair. I'll get the counters in a second. See, I don't see any sofa. I mean, all these sets are the same. I don't see so I don't see a sofa. So this countertop. So now you have that little lip like you do on a counter. That's what you bang your head on when you're getting something out of the bottom drawer. And then if I look at that, so it lines up the handles so that, there we go. Of course, the doors don't open, but that's fine. And then this lines up, but they don't merge. And here's just a regular drawer, not a double drawer, a single drawer. They also don't merge. Now, that's pretty much Macaw's furniture, unless somebody knows anything else I don't know. And the thing is when I originally set this up, I thought there would be a lot more, and it wasn't until last night and this morning that I was playing around with it. I said, well, that's not going to be enough. So if nobody has any extras on the Macaws, I went ahead and set up Fantasies furniture. That was the second most popular item. So we can talk about that a bit if everyone's up for that. Now, I think RJ's the only one online, so it's up to RJ. cool with that, RJ? Okay, that sums it up. Now, here's the thing about Fantasy's furniture. It's kind of expensive, right? Because for you to did I switch it? I guess I did. When you access it, you're going to be able to build anything that they have, and they have quite a bit of stuff. I'll show you that in a second. But here's their interface. For you to make anything, you're going to have to build this furniture station. This is the furniture station. And to make anything, you are going to require at least one clay ball, one block of planks, and one block of stone. Cobblestone's fine. So that's not usually a problem. It's kind of the clay that's a problem. And if you're playing survival and you have access to dripstone blocks, you can eventually make all the clay you need. So that's not a problem. But then these are all the different blocks you can make. Now, they come in different sets, right? And for each set, they have all the same blocks, and then they have kind of like some miscellaneous content. Now, all of this stuff is functional, and it will be interesting to see if the textures will go together like they normally do. But so let's say, let me just show you here. I'm going to go. Give me some clay. That would be what, ingredients? Yep. So, and then we got planks. Give me a bunch of planks. And then cobblestones in here, right? Yep. Okay. So let's open this thing up. Let's wait for the recipe alert to calm down. And if I put stuff in here, now it's going to show me all the stuff I can make. And right now it's the whole shebang, right? But you can do searches. Now, these different furniture sets each have a name. Now, for my steampunk worlds, my favorite is the Dunmer. So let's start with Dunmer, right? Can I not go up in here? Hello, I can't search. This might search by mod, search by item tag. I don't want to search by item tag. I just want to search by... Can I search down here? Well, I guess so. Normally, you can type in here, and it will filter this to whatever you search for. But here's the Dunmer set, right? So they all have a cooking station. In this case, it's a cooking spit. Let's take a look at that in game. There you go, right? And you can... put stuff on it to cook just like a regular cooking station. Now here, this is interesting. Let's try a beefsteak and see if it rotates. I don't usually use this cooking station. DEI takes over the not normally. No, not it. This is, I usually do it the other way. So I don't know why it's not working right now. I would, oh, okay, must be food, duh. So let's try a beefsteak. Let's see if we can throw a beefsteak in here. And I guess we're going to need some fuel. And there you go. Doesn't rotate, but, you know, what do you expect for free? So that's their cooking station. They have a counter, which I like to use a lot. They actually have different counters, right? So, oops. You put these counters and they go together, and you can put one in the corner like that, and you see how it switched just like the Macaws would, right? So that makes it a really great filler block. And, boo for not rotating. Yeah, I'd say that. But it's also an inventory block, so you can open this puppy up and keep stuff in it, which I often do. Let's see. The Dunmer lock. I don't know what this lockbox is. Can I open it? Can I put stuff in it? Yeah. I wonder if there might be... it's kind of cool. Might be a way to lock that. They've got different doors, though. They have a double door and a single door. Let's look out the double door. I've never seen that before. Look at that. That is a nice looking door. And then they have a single door. They have a candelabra, a double bed, a single bed. Double bed sleeps two, so just you know. Now, here's one that I like a lot, right? They all include a wardrobe model. So the wardrobe has a bottom piece, which is usually shelves and stuff, right? And it's a nice big inventory. And then there's a top piece that you've got to shift. Got to stand in something so that I can still see the top when I shift. There we go. And you can mix and match your tops and your bottoms. Why am I? Oh, it's 'cause I'm holding this in the other hand. So there's the wardrobe bottom. The wardrobe top usually is like a shelf set or decoration. They've got, let me see, they have dressers, chests, nice big chest, bookshelves, a bench, which does look like more like a coffee table, but you can sit on it, right? So if I go over here and then take a look at myself, there you go. And oops. What else? Each of the series has a picture associated with it. There's a single drawer. This is like a nightstand type of thing. These shelves are fabulous. I love these shelves. If you put them like in a kitchen space, well, I can't put it on the side of something, but let me see if I could. See if I can put it. Yeah. So there it is. Oh, I put it backwards. How did I put it backwards? I like hanging these up in kitchens. You can put stuff on top of it, and it looks like a proper shelf space, right? If I can go to and you can see that the shelves will adapt to merge just like all the other pieces do. So that looks sharp, right? And if you combine that with, say, like a countertop, where was that countertop? Here we go. Basically looks more immersive than Macaw's. It is, but like I said, one cobblestone and one planks and one clay ball for every single item. So it's kind of expensive. I do think it's worth it, which is why it's in all my mod packs. I include it as well. But you don't get a lot of variety, right? I think it's like 6 sets, which sounds like a lot, but if you start building a lot of big builds, they all start to look alike because, you know, you have to use them over and over. But I mean, you put this in a kitchen space, this looks pretty good. Now, they have the tables. They have a small table and a big table. These also merge together like the Macaws, right? So, well, the little table didn't. As a little table, right? Yeah. How about the big table? I was pretty sure it did. Well, it's just big. No, it's just big. Still, that is a pretty big table. Pretty nice table. Table wide. They have floor lighting. They have different types of lighting for each of the ones. I'm not a big fan of the floor lighting on any of them, but I am a huge fan of these lanterns they have for each of them. That's my preferred lantern for my steampunk worlds, for probably obvious reasons. Oops. I popped a hole in the floor again. And you've got that for each of the different series. Here's a padded seat. Now, here's their carpets and their wool, right? So let's take a look at that. Hopefully the texturing will merge. So here's the carpet. The texturing, it used to merge, right? So these would merge together into a single carpet, and that was pretty cool. It stopped doing that a while back ago, And I don't know if they made a change into fantasies or if one of my other mods made a change that affected fantasy. But they've also got wool blocks with the same pattern. But this is also, you know, adds a bunch of items to your perspective palette to give your builds a lot of extra flavor. And then each of them has some type of little decorative doodads that you can put on a table or something to add some atmosphere, right? So like in this case, there you go, these little cosmetic bottles. Now that's essentially the mechanics behind Fantasy's furniture. But if you look at the mix of them, you've got, let me see, what are the different, there's Dunmer, there's Nordic, yeah. So Nordic is also the other one I like to use. It's very nice. It's a little more understated. I love their cooking station. Their cooking station is looks like an actual stove, old time stove, right? Look at that. That looks sharp, and it works just like a proper oven, furnace. They've got their own countertops as well. And you can go in and use those. All the same type of stuff. Pictures, they have candelabra. They actually have a torch instead of a lantern. Not real fond of that so much, but anyway, so if we go back to Fantasy's furniture, you have the different sets we have this Necrolord. This is also very good for steampunk Victorian builds, especially like a gothic horror. You know, it's kind of got this ornate, villain-esque haunted house look, right? Which is pretty cool. Purple candles everywhere, candelabra. Then there is, what do they call this one? They call this one the Royal Wardrobe. This is a little over the top. This is something you'd see like in a Disney princesses type of world, right? Everything's gold and white and obnoxious, really. I don't use that one very often. Now, this one is the Wither one. This is also very, very good for haunted houses. But this one looks haunted. I mean, it's maybe a bit much for... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. There we go. It's just dark. It's just black, right? This looks more steampunky. This just looks evil, which is probably the point. Chairs or whatever. The other one they have here is, this is called, I like the Bone Lord. Just bone. Okay. This is actually not too bad. It's supposed to be kind of spooky too, but it doesn't really look spooky. You know, there's some of those people who have like really fancy houses where everything's white. It's like living in a museum. This kind of goes with that. And you can see that in their chair, you can turn it into a couch. Like so. Don't be sitting in the middle on that one. It's got like a cool oven too. That looks like an oven. This one, what is this one? This is the Venthyr. Now, this is supposed to be kind of like the magical world. This is like, they call it Venthyr, but I think it's supposed to be like the, that's a very big house, yes. It's supposed to be kind of like the Slytherin Hogwarts motif. Right, and it, you know, they got candles and stuff like that. Very cool. They have their own doors, right, that come with each of these. There's the Dunmer. And then here's some of the coolest bits. Now, again, this is kind of expensive for these things, but let me grab a stack of these. So here I have like blueberry muffins, right? And, oops, let's plop down a blueberry muffin. There you go, blueberry muffin. But guess what? They're stackable up to 3. Depends on item, but like if I put 2, can't put. Is the blueberry muffins not stackable? It says stackable. Why are you not stacking? Let's try a table. See, maybe it's just because I'm putting it on a counter. Maybe that's the problem. So give me a blueberry muffin. Nope. Oh, there we go. Don't. It's hard. It's hard to place here. Let me go. Can I? Let me shift. There we go. Just don't shift. So you can stack them, and up to 3. Then you'll start a new stack. But you can do that with the. Let's see, the muffins. What else they got? They have bolts of cloth. I don't think these are stackable. I think it just, yeah. Bolts of cloth, baskets of berries, bowls, tankards. These are stackable. So let's have a drink. Let's share a drink. That's for somebody else. And those are empty, right? Yeah, they've got also tankards that have stuff in it. Like this one is honeyed. I assume that's like a type of mead, right? So there you go. Golden goodness. You've got mushrooms, coins, silver coins. Well, they say iron. Paper stacks, cookie jar, brewing cauldron, books, floating tomes, stackable pumpkins. So let's do this, right? Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. A pumpkin snowman. They got chains. They actually have, they call them fairy lights, suitable for holidays, right? So where's this? And if we say, they don't really glow, do they? Not very light. I wonder if you have to put redstone with them. Maybe not. Love all the extra details. Yes, and this is my point. This is a pretty awesome mod. When we're talking about building this living, breathing world, right? Especially like in vanilla, you try to fake stuff, but especially because you're dealing with full-size blocks, your ability to fake stuff is pretty limited. And if you go to anybody's real-life house at any age, right, in past 500,000 years, they had stuff in there. And so you could tell that, oh, that's weird. You can tell that people lived there because there's stuff there. But in Minecraft, you know, most people's houses look pretty darn barren. And you can see that just with this one mod, this isn't me trying to create a space, but I actually created the beginnings of a room that looks like a room, right? So there is some awesomeness here. What is that? Hanging herbs. Potion bottles, presents. They've got a stock. I think they have a stocking, right? Do they have a stocking? Guess not. I thought that they had a stocking that you can dye in different colors even, right? They have different plants. So these are some of my favorites right here. Do I have the table still? Let me put the table down. Some of my favorites here are these like plates of food, right? And services. So plate of food, a service like a tea service, and then another plate of food. I mean, you put that in a kitchen and you've got a diorama going. You've got a level of detail that is fantastic, and it's still pretty blocky, right? So I think it meshes with vanilla Minecraft fairly well, right? They do glow, but barely, right? I mean, I need, if we can get rid of the moon, let's see, times that, let's try that. You can see they do glow a little bit. It's a little bit bright there, not much. The Macaw fairy lights glow. Yeah, the Macaw, of course they do. They, actually, you know, Macaw's has a holiday mod, right? It's all Macaw's and it's all holiday stuff. And that's separate, but that stuff's pretty awesome too. And are you interested in taking a look at that? We can take a look at that right now. I mean, I've pretty much shown you the highlights of fantasies, but okay, RJ says sure, so we're doing it. So let's go ahead and exit out of here. kill it. And then bring this up and say Macaw holiday. Don't make me a liar. Bridges, fences, walls, windows, trapdoors, furniture, roofs, lights, and lamps. Maybe it might be on the... I'm pretty sure they have a holiday. There we go. I was right. Macaw's holidays. And play. I know Macaw's has so many add-ons, and that's one of the beauties behind it is they... I mean, if you play modded Minecraft, one of the things you realize is that when you find an author who makes mods you like, right, you like to stick with them, particularly not just because they have a tendency to do good work, and so all these things are good work, but they usually design interoperability between all their mods. And Macaw's does that, right? Their stuff all works together fabulously. And I just said that, and now he's going to prove me wrong, but we'll see. I'll try to stay positive, right? So let's maximize my space and take a gander. And thanks for being flexible, right? I mean, that's part of the beauty of this format is we can wing it. So if also, you know, it's M Creative, I should be able to find it this way. So Macaw's holidays, autumn. So it looks like we've got some potions. We got a lot of autumn-y stuff. Oh, Macaw's holidays, Christmas. There's a different tab for each holiday. How about that? So I've got autumn and Christmas. Do you have a preference? I mean, we can do it both, but do you have a preference for which one to start with? I got to figure out a way to kill this lag. Let's see Christmas. Okay. So it's the night before Christmas. Oh, so they have their Christmas trees come in multiple parts, and you can do colors. But I'm more of a multicolor type of guy. So let's try, let's get rid of these. Let's try these 4 parts. That's a tall tree. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So that's the bottom. Oh, and they're bright. Look at that. That is Beautimus Maximus. That is sharp. I like it. What do you think, RJ? I'm curious if they hid Hanukkah stuff in the Christmas tab. Well, let's take a gander. Let's take a gander, because they call it Christmas, but let's see if there's a menorah. A lot of holiday lights. A lot of striped blocks. Presents, snowmen, balloons. That's an ornament. Really. Stockings, bells, wreaths, candy canes. There's no menorah. No dreidel. They got Santa hat. They have, what's this? A snowman bottom. Oh, and these are different snowman tops. I see. Yeah. Well, it's a start. So I will say this. The first time I saw this mod was this past summer, coming up to Halloween. And they said they would be making updates at Christmas and Easter. Well, obviously they made the update for Christmas. Hopefully they make the update for Easter. I would say that maybe you should, lots of multi-block items. Yeah, I like that. I would say, RJ, you should add a comment or two to this mod on CurseForge and say, hey, what about Hanukkah, right? See what he says. I mean, he seems to be a pretty reasonable guy. If you've watched any of his videos, he really does seem to be sincere and responsive. So now look at it. Gives us a snowy grass block. It gives us some snowy bushes, some snowy tree leaves. So this is quite. Oh yeah, let's talk about these holiday lights. Look at this garland with lights. So let's take care of those and do this. Oh, they're bright. Look at that. I love garland with lights, right? I mean, I like lights and I like garland, but you know, especially this faux pine garland with lights. This is awesome stuff. Of course, it's March, about to be April, and we're looking at Christmas stuff. So you want to take a gander at the Halloween stuff? Let's do that. So I got a bunch of leaves, a witch hat, a bunch of faux grave stuff, different pumpkin decorations, potion bottles. What do we got here? Doormats. Sure, we've got hay of different flavors. Standing rake. Okay, we have spooky balloons. Scarecrows. Look at this. Pumpkin wheelbarrows. Let's take a gander at that. What does that look like? Oh, that's cute. That's cute indeed. Okay, Christmas is over. Let's see what else we got. We've got, an awakened bat. Let's see what an awakened bat does. Yeah, it looks like he did a lawn dart into the floor. I think he's supposed to hang from something, and I think he's strictly a decoration. Let's see. Oh, sitting skeleton. Okay, you know what we got to do now? We're obligated, right? So we go to fantasies, and let's grab one of these. Can I set this on? No, I'm sitting on it. Can I shift? It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Let's see. Those wheelbarrows would be good, like, yeah. I mean, see, this is another thing about the mods, right? I mean, is you pick a mod for one thing, but you find it has applications across the board. Like I said, with the fantasy stuff, there's stuff they put in here that makes it supposed to look spooky, but I think it also looks very Victorian, right? Just depends on what context you place it in. What are these? Wall deco. Oh, okay. So let's check out the wall deco. I have a wall. Well, that's kind of cool. That's very cool. Put this in the side of the bat cave. See, now you have a Batman mod too. Very, very cool. Okay, well, we're on a roll here with this other stuff. So, RJ, did you have any other requests? Since these content mods aren't really huge, we're breezing through them pretty fast. Mixed oak leaves, brown oak leaves, red oak leaves. Ah, I like the mixed ones. Here. Let's try afternoon. That would be not that I can think of. Okay. Except it's too afternoony here. That's there we go. So let me see how the afternoon light looks on these buttons. Oh, that's very autumny. I like, whoops, I like that. That does look good. And that's a mix of different colors. They got yellow, orange, red, and brown. This is all of them. Oh, they have stacks of dead leaves. Let's check that out. I don't know if you've ever tried the immersive weathering mod. I did. It was pretty cool for about 5 minutes, and then I started to feel like it was pretty obnoxious. It just, you know, piles of leaves were overwhelming my world, and it was just a bit much. But that's kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of a breakfast cereal, but we'll see. So let's see. Well, while we're at it, what are we looking at time? Oh, we got plenty of time. So okay. Let's talk about more of the Macaw stuff. There's Floor Cutter coming to Vanilla. Yeah, I know. They always, in my opinion, they always pick the wrong things to focus on. It's just how it is, I think. Macaws. So Macaws, the one I was talking about too, there is a Macaw's Biomes of Plenty, right? So this is the one that will give you, you can grab all the different Macaws, and if you have Biomes of Plenty, this one mod will give you compatibility with the Biomes of Plenty wood for all those different mods you do have. There's a Macaw's Stairs. Let's grab that. I think that would be an interesting one. It's relatively new, right? So, and they've got Macaw's paintings. Oh, let's look at that too. Well, let's just go crazy, right? Let's just go crazy. Did I not already get the fences and walls? Nope. And bridges. So my sandbox profile loads pretty darn fast. That's the only thing I'm excited is about. So, hey, RJ, you run with shaders? Yeah. Yeah, if I can't play with shaders, then I'm not interested in playing. And you're right, there is a concern because there's a lot of mods out there that they'll specifically say we don't play well with shaders. But you have to be careful when you see that. It doesn't always mean they don't work with shaders. A lot of times it means they don't work with Optifine. And so you know, I think the best route is, even if it says it doesn't play well with shaders, I think you should make a copy of your world and then try loading it and see how it works anyway. Most of the time, it actually works pretty well if you're not running Optifine. That's been my experience. But, okay, so now we got a bunch of Macaw's stuff. So let's say fences. So here's the Macaw's fences. They've got fences in all these different flavors, right? And let's take a look at some of these. So let me get some space here. And let's set the time back to something bright. There we go. Okay. So I've got some fences. Let's see what they have. A horse fence. Okay. Seems simple enough. That is actually a pretty cool looking fence. That is a very nice fence. They have some mangrove fence pieces that I always thought was pretty good. So mangrove picket fence. So what was this? This was, I did an oak horse fence. So let me find an oak. Oh, that's a picket fence. Let's take a look at this. I am just sighted enough to not be able to legally blind, and shaders tend to make. Ah, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I love the because for me it's the shaders. It's not about. I mean, I think yeah, it does look better, but I think what the thing about the shaders for me is it's all about atmosphere, right? It especially because Minecraft is already, even without shaders, you can get into some very beautiful dioramas, some. And then if you throw in the shaders, and now you've got a setting sun and sunbeams and sunspots and all that jazz, it starts to look like a J.J. Abrams movie, and that's a pretty good thing, actually. Look at this. They've got oak wired fence, which looks like the entry into no man's land. It's got concertina wire there. And I didn't mean to do that. Okay, now I'm in creative. Let's just check something here. So game mode survival. And, yep, that's what I thought. So that would be a useful and practical way to keep bad guys out of your base, right? Plan full brightness. No, nothing wrong with that. One of the problems I had was like I do like having. I used to try to play on minimal brightness because then dark areas, spooky areas seem dark and spooky, but then they're actually unplayable. Right? I can't see squat, and of course zombies and creepers have no problems, and then they blow you up. So. And then of course when I got into making videos, it's even worse because even if it's like at half brightness, that's still too dark for the. Yes, it would be actually. Yes, it would be too dark even for to show people on a video. So let me see. I had deep slate. This. That's what I killed off. Okay, let's look at some more Macaw stuff. We've got fences, right? So we've got, now these are just like regular type fences. That's all vanilla contact. Here we go, back. This is Macaw's. We got the wired fences. Oh, I see what I did. Let's put an @ there. There we go. Now these are interesting. Look at these. These are sandstone walls, quartz walls. But look at the. Doesn't look like anything. Looks like a post. Look at that. That is a really nice model, right? And then they've got. Oh, like this deep slate. Let's take a look at this. That's kind of whacked, actually. It might be because of my resource pack, right? I'm running a resource pack, and they're expecting vanilla textures. These I like. I use these in my builds quite often. You can't stack them, but look at that. I like to use this on the top of regular blocks. That is the sharp. And then they have these matching gates, right? These gates are pretty cool. Very nice. And if I turn this off, they're not expensive, right? So the gate, it's got, that's 4 iron bars and 2, that's expensive, but this isn't, right? In fact, you get 6. So for 5 blocks and 1 iron bars, you get 6 of these fancy fences. For survival, that's pretty cheap for something that looks that good. They've got these they call them pillar walls, but they look like what you call a balustrade, right? So let's take a gander at those. The quartz. Well, actually, let's do this one. See, that looks pretty sharp. You can come up with all sorts of different things to do with that one. Now, it seems like it only has those in the stone types. Here they have grass-topped walls. So let's take a look at these grass-topped walls. I like the idea. I just don't think I'm all that thrilled with the actual results. Iron Cheval de Frise. Horse spikes. Tank trap. That. The pillar walls look. Yes, exactly. Right. They think that's what's supposed to be a balustrade. Okay, this looks like, you know, keep out is what that says. It's keep out in all capital letters. Oh, now these, I didn't realize they had these Gothic metal. Okay, let's take a look at these. Maybe these are new. I don't remember seeing these before. That's a gate, I think. That's a fence. I already got that one. Oh, these have steampunk written all over them. Look at that. And there's even more, right? I mean, so. Oh, that does look nice. You kind of you need to get away from it a little bit to see the pattern, but this is like the type of thing you would see, you know, like up here they have a lot of these places that have these like herbal gardens, right? Where you go in and it's more about what you can smell than what you can see. And this would be the type of place that have a fence like this. Now this is haunted house material right here. Look at that. That's classic Victorian. You know, try to climb the fence, wind up impaling yourself. This is this a gate? No, it's a paneled metal fence. Okay. Let's check out what the paneled. It does look to me like a gate, though. Right? You tell me if you think that doesn't look like a gate. Grandma's house, yeah. Guardian meant. Okay, now this looks modern and a bit boring, but I mean that's what a lot of modern architecture is. It's plain, it's boring, it's cheap. But the thing is this looks good though. Like if we stack these, look at that. That's the best looking like prison bar set I've seen. That looks great. Let's see what we got here. This is cool, right? It's a little decorative. Oh, but look at that. Oh, holy moly. I did not see that one coming. That is cool. Oh, I missed. It just goes taller. Okay. I'm telling you, it's plain but it's Friday, yeah. But this is, Maca, he's a pretty creative dude. I like this dude a lot. Curved metal fence. Ooh, this one's kind of fancy. Let's try this one. And can you mix and match is what I'm asking. I mean, I think you can, but let's see if it... Yeah, look at that. If you mix and match, it looks pretty sharp still, too. This is very, very cool. Yes, you can. Right? That looks cool. Kind of hard on the eyes, but it looks cool. Well, let's see what else they got. Then they've got these wooden gates, so that's kind of cool. So you can see, right? And that's Macaw's fences. I mean, there's not hundreds of different fence and gate types, but that was quite a bit of amazing variety for what's already in the package, right? And you've got a couple of type of offensive fence types that are very cool. So it's giving cages at the zoo. Yeah, it does. It does give like, you know, zoo cage type vibes. So let's see. There we go. Paths. So these are just boards, right? Not much of interest here, right? I assume they line up based on how I'm facing. Yeah, they do. But there's value in that because, I mean, that is, besides the fact that you see that type of thing a lot in real life, it looks pretty good depending on the circumstances. They got them those different flavors. Now, this is where it starts getting cool because, like, these types of pavers and, yeah, look at that. Right? If let's try an experiment. If I get some stone blocks, right, and then I throw these down, that looks like I think it's called a diamond, right? If you ever seen like that metal sheeting that you often walk on, like at a playground or in a factory or something, where it's metal, it's a metal surface you walk on, but it's got like this upraised metal pattern on it. That's what this reminds me of, right? Like a industrial flooring. So that looks pretty cool. And they come in all these different types of flavors, right? So this is probably a little more decorative, right? If we go to this one. Look, that looks very nice, right? And so let's just, I got 8 pages. There's, they're small pages, yeah, but we've got quite a bit of, what are these made out of? Is this red sandstone? Yeah, red sandstone. So look at that. Let's try, that's not quite as cool as I thought, but still kind of cool. What else we got? We had these granite. This looks like they're made out of brick almost. This looks very cool. Let's take a look at this. That looks nice. That looks very nice. I like that. And so they have, let's see what they have. A mossy cobblestone version. These deep slate ones look good. Are there wooden pavers? Well, there's mud brick. Red sandstone brick. I mean, so these are the wood paver. We have planks, but let's see if we have these in. Nope, not these fancy pavers. They don't appear to be in wood. Now we got some different types of brick here. Brick paths. That's very nice. Kind of a. Yeah, the granite ones are pretty cool. Let's see. Does it make a difference which way I'm facing when I place these? Nope. They're just going to do what they do anyway. But that's cool. That kind of reminds me of the brick pattern in Stardew Valley is what that reminds me of. Ooh. So granite strewn path. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. They come in different flavors. You can mix and match those. You have these interesting different brick patterns. Flagstones. Let's take out. I think that makes a better cobblestone than the actual cobblestone does. Let's see. Oh, they got some patterns here. These like ring patterns. These are very cool looking. Look at that, right? And you've got all these different colors. Yes, let's try this. That's very nice. What is that? That's dark prismarine. Yeah. I think with my stomach, but yes. Gravel path block. Those are only full blocks. They don't come in. So, oh, and they come in stair pieces. That's cool. So that was the paths. Let's take a gander at doors. What's this? The classic door print. Okay, I gotta see what is a classic. I suspect a door print is not an actual door. Okay, so I was wrong. Let's turn this off. And you can make a door print with paper and a door. Oh. And then so okay, so this is so if you look at this, what he does is you say, well, I like the oak door. I like the panels. I like the little window you can look through. I like that, but I would like it in something other than oak. So you get your paper, you put it around the oak door, you get these oak door, classic door prints. And then you go over here and you say, I like that door. Where's the oak door? Okay, well here, we'll just... Now you can take woods like crimson planks or like spruce, and you can get the classic oak door, but in this different wood, right? That's what that is. Interesting, very cool. And look, he's got a shoji door. I'm just not going to say that right? A whole door. What's the difference? Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. So the shoji, those are the traditional doors you see in traditional Japanese buildings, right? So if I go to, let's go with dark, right? So I got, it's that dark oak, and then give me a dark oak on this one. Let's take a gander. And then let's open them. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Let's try over here. So it looks like it's the same thing. What? Oh. But they slide all over the place. Do these slide into each other like this? No. How come these two? So, you know, it's interesting the way they work in those traditional Japanese houses. They have these panels aren't just doors; they can slide all the way across the room, and so you have a single space that can be divided or subdivided as needed on the fly to basically configure the house however you want, which is pretty cool. They got barn doors. Okay, let's take a gander at the barn door. That looks like a barn door, by golly. Look at that. Don't leave it open, though. Not that it would matter in this room. Let's see. We've got the barn doors. These look like just doors with windows in them, right? But that is a nice big window. I like that better than trying to peer through the little window in an oak door. What is this? Modern door. We call this a modern door, huh? Yeah, it is. It is a modern door. I'm not real... As you may have noticed, I'm not a huge fan of the modern. That doesn't look so bad. Let's see. Cottage door. So I'm thinking this is like what a spruce door would look like. Yeah. And yeah, while we're at it, let's take a look at mangrove. Okay. Oh, the pull ring is very subdued. You know, that's kind of a letdown because it was a very bright and kind of brass looking with the other one. There's your oak door, classic oak doors. These would be the stable door. Okay, well, they look like the old junglewood doors. Oh, that looks cool. Saloon doors. It's not what they call them. It's what I call them. Town's not big enough for the two of us. Okay. What else we got here? I mean, look at this. We're only on 5 of 12. This doors mod is phenomenal. Oh, mesh door. Let's take a gander at this. That's very nice. That's very nice. Let's see. Big old glass looking door. Yeah. At least something to be desired. What are these? We got to check out the portcullis. It's just for... Oh, no. Okay, let's see. Can I go higher with this? Okay. Next step. Let's, okay. I'm curious here. Oh, guess what we're putting in at Griffinhorst? That is awesome. What do you have to make those things? Let me see. It is snazzy with a capital S. That's what that is. Portcullis. Let's turn this off. That's not bad, and you get 3 of them for that price. That's not bad at all. What's this? It's a whispering door, trapdoor prints. So then they have trapdoors in all sorts of flavors, right? Like we just saw with the doors. They get crazy with their trapdoors. Very nice. Oh, look at this. Warning trapdoor. Won't stop anybody. I mean, it's been my experience. You say don't go in there. That just gets people curious. What else? We have the roofs, right? So I live and die by Macaw's roofs. So you know, they come in all sorts of different flavors. These thatch roofs. Let's go with the thatch roofs because that's pretty awesome. So if you're in vanilla Minecraft, of course, you're usually limited to like stair pieces or whatever. If you do a stair piece, that's just a regular 45-degree angle, and that would be this thing, right? So that looks a little bit better than stairs, but here's again because thinks of everything. Look at that. Look. Oops. It handles corners like a dream. Now you got this middle area. Like, well, what are we going to do with that? Well, that's what this is for, right? Now, does that look sharp or what? That looks like a thatched roof. And they come in all sorts of flavors. Let's see, and then we've got the sun, if you want a skylight view. That looks kind of cool. That's interesting. Now, here's the thing that I've talked about a little about in my videos. So that's what I just showed you is a base 45-degree angle. And then what he's got here are less steep versions, right? So it's a less steep version. We go here. So you can see that only goes half a block up, and then you get the second block. And now it completes it. So we've gone 1 block up, 2 blocks back. Or we can go steeper the other way, where we stay these, and then top them off with these. Now we've gone 1 block forward but 2 blocks up. So you can see that gives you except for a flat roof, those are all the basic roof angles that you would want for the vast majority of your builds, right? There's some stuff I wouldn't cover, but that's still pretty amazing. And he has them in all these different flavors. And then you've got these awnings. These, you know, if you're one of those people that likes to trap all your villagers into market stalls so that they're actually, you know, somewhat useful and findable again, you got these market awnings, right? So can I do them again? No. That's pretty. It's pretty and useful. And they got rain gutters. I don't know if these work. It'd be interesting to see if they do. There's some red nether bricks, some other materials. And like I said, if you go ahead and grab, oh, they use terracotta, so look at all those color choices. Base, top roof, base. What do you need to make those? The base. Oh, it's just terracotta. Yeah, and like I said, if you had the, you know, the every wood good, the every compat mod, you know, look at all these other things you can build from all those other materials. You can make it out of grass. Yep. Block of grass. You can make roofs, so you can make a sod roof too. Okay, so we did the roofs. We've done pavers, trapdoors, fences. Oh, let's talk about bridges. So we're going to need one of these. And let's start with like a basic bridge. This one I love because it's very steampunky, right? You can have it in a factory. So to have a bridge, though, we need to bridge something. Okay, now we got a bridge. So you plop these down. I didn't want to go that way. I wanted to go this way. Okay, so now you can see I'm building a bridge, and sure enough, it looks like a bridge, but it's got these walls where you don't want walls, right? Like, how am I supposed to get on the bridge if the end's closed? Pliers. And with the pliers, we can rotate or cut pieces. I don't know how we cut it. Can I do this? Whoa. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. But how did I do it? There we go. So then you can walk on through. So if kill off the... Oh. There we go. Kill off the fence piece and rotate it, and there you go. You got a fence. Now, with these fences, I do believe, and look at all the different styles of fences they have. They have bridge supports. So let's try the bridge support, right? In all these different flavors. Now, how does that look, right? I mean, that looks pretty steampunky if you're into that type of thing, and I am. They got stairs too, right? Now he has his own mod just for stairs, but these stairs are built into. Can I put them on top? No. Can I put them on the bottom then? No. There's sometimes a challenge with like placing these things, right? So if I do this and then do this, there we go. Look at that. And they've got them in all the different flavors. So is that cool or what? Now that then begs the question: what did he do in his standalone stairs mod? Okay, so let's see. He's got steps, right? So let's take these andesite loft steps. I'm gonna need a wall. Actually, I got a wall over here. So, okay, so I got loft steps, and that looks good. Not safe, it looks good. And then he's got these railings. So let's take the andesite railing. And there you go. That doesn't look bad. And then he has balconies, huh? Okay, so then we're up here. Can I... Oh. That's how you do it, right? Okay. So that's very cool. That is very cool. What are these? Birch platforms. Platforms come in different flavors too. Well, that's kind of cool. So, you know, RJ, you're still out there, I hope. Do you have any questions or have something you want me to try? Or are you just along for the ride and enjoying it? Let me see. We did roofs. Macaw's 83 pages. Let's see. Bridges. I'm also along for the ride. Yeah, okay. We got fences. We did those. Oh, lights and lanterns. Let's check those out, right? Okay. So we've got, that's a lamp. That's just like a regular old table lamp, right? So there you go. So now begs the question, right? Is it affected by redstone? And the answer is yes. So it looks like it's on by default, and then once you give it a redstone signal, it has to keep the redstone signal to stay lit. And okay, I can deal with that. And at light, right? So yeah, they come in different flavors. And how expensive are those, right? We've got some wool, redstone lamp. Okay, that's why. And it looks like it requires a fence. Any of the fences. Okay. But you get 6 of these lamps. Oh, well, that's the screaming deal right there, right? I mean, if it was 1 lamp, but it's 6 lamps, okay. We've got tiki torches, ceiling lamps. These are pretty cool looking. Let's try to gander at these. These look very steampunky. Very nice. Oh, they all go at once, okay. I like those. I like those a lot. Very nice. We've got some paper lamps. It's a little after Chinese New Year, but look. Oh, they're big. They are big. Very cool. Let's see what else we got. We have a number of metal lamps. So chain lantern that you can see they have different patterns on the side, and it looks like, because normally you have to hang lanterns from the bottom things, it looks like they have the same designs, but these are on pegs that stick to a wall. And then here's a number of wall lamps, torch holders. Here's some slab lamps, ceiling fan lamps, candelabras of various flavors, and chandeliers, candles, some different chains, iron chandelier. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Okay, which one have I missed here? Because let's see. Bridges, doors, fences, lamps, pavers. We're only halfway through the list. Roofs. Any lighting that isn't plain. Yes, yes, thank you. You know, in my opinion, torches are expensive. I mean, not torches, lanterns are too expensive. There's another mod that I like called additional lanterns. And I like it because you can make lanterns out of a number of different materials, not just iron. And those lanterns are actually pretty cheap. So, yeah. Yeah. That's always been one of my pet peeves, too. There's, stairs come in all sorts of different flavors. And railings. Trapdoors. Oh, and windows. Let's talk about windows. You know, the videos are like one friend that spams torches every 3 squares. Yeah, that's me. So, okay, so here we go. So windows. Now, I've actually talked a little bit about this in some of my more recent videos. So let's grab windows of different flavors and then play with them a bit. I love torches. Oh, there's Falcon. Hey, Falcon. What was that thing I saw here? This is a key, a window key. Oh, you can lock your window shut, and a window hammer to make it change the shape. Okay, we'll experiment with those. And all the light. Yeah. So let's kill off some of this stuff. Okay, and I know that this is in... There. So let's make a big window frame. So let's do windows of various sizes. So we have a 3x3 window, right? That's 3x3. Yep. And let's do a 2x2, and let's just check these out. So that's a good looking window right there, right? And there's a good looking window. Oops. But you can open them and you can go through them. I didn't realize you can open them from either side. Okay, that's new to me. Now let's see this resizable planks window. Ah, look at that. That's very nice. Can I open this? And you can open this one too. They kind of start to look like after a while. Okay, so the window key. Right click on the window to lock them. Yep, I can't open them anymore. They're locked. It says I can change configuration with this. No, we can't. That changes the configuration, I guess. Now, one of the things that this part I've played with, I guess opening them on either side is why there's a key. Actually, just so that people don't go running through your window. Oak parapet. Brick Gothic window. So let's take a look at that. That sounds interesting. Yeah, that does look cool. This is the one I like. You've probably already seen them on my Greifenhorst world. The little armored box I made. I put them in there. And then they're actually functional as an arrow slit, because you can see there's room to stand behind it, and then you can then move to either side. Well, parapet's supposed to be like a balcony type of thing, but in this case, they're calling it a parapet, but it just goes under the window, right? Like a ledge. I mean, that looks good. That looks great, in fact, but I guess we don't have a lot of those. Yeah, those ones are cool. So now this, I want to check these out, right? We got these window blinds. So well, might as well switch them all. There we go. So there we go. Now look at that. Ooh. Ooh. So you can open them, but keep them closed. You can open them all the way. Is that cool or what? This is the stuff I'm talking about. This is living, breathing world stuff. Mosaic glass. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at some of this stuff. How about them apples? Way more than just nice looking furniture. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, and look at these. So these are panes. Okay, so we got the same thing, but instead of a whole block, we got panes. Look at that. You know how good that looks? It looks so good, it's painful. Had to say it. Had to do it. Sorry. Shutters. Let's try these. It's Macaw's, so I expect these. Well, they didn't actually shut all the way, though, do they? Stop it. Now, how do I open them back up? I can almost shutter the window, but oh, there it is. There we go. Okay. What else? Shutters come in various flavors. Kind of moved into the add-ons. The base says basically pretty furniture. That's useful. Yep. Yes, we started with, okay, so Fabled Falcon, you're coming in late. This we started with Macaw's furniture, but that took about 5 minutes. And so we went on to show Fantasy's furniture, because that was the next runner-up, and that took slightly longer. And then we said, well, screw it. So we just added all the Macaw's add-ons, and we've been going through all of them. So what you're seeing here is not just the furniture, but like, right, this is all stuff from Macaw's windows, but we also did the doors and all that stuff. More shutters. Now let's check this out. This has got to be kind of cool. Anybody have a color favorite? I'm gonna go with red because it'll take time to hear. So we got this and this. Oh, I see what I'm gonna have to do. Right, and then it's close but not close enough. How do I get... Oh, that's what I was talking about. But look at all... How about that? How about that? What else we got? Single pane windows. A lot of single pane windows. More types of glass. What are these? Curtain rods. Well, I'm curious. That's a curtain. So if I put a curtain rod, can I put a curtain on under? Whoa. I think it's more cosmetic than anything else. Still, that, okay, so then if we're going to go for the whole experience. Curtains are cool. Yes, they are. Kind of confusing, though. But that does look sharp. And going back to what I was saying before early on, right? So now we are well outside the realm of, you know, trying to fake it, adding weird, you know, signs and buttons and stuff to make it look like something, but to actually be something and to function like the something it's supposed to be. This is good stuff. And I think that's it for the Macaws, right? So those are all the different pieces. That's all 83 pages of the Macaws mods. Mosaic blue glass. Again, let's go take a gander at this. It reminds me of an ice cream shop. That's what it reminds me of. But now you guys are on here. You saw all this. Well, RJ, you've seen all of it, and Falcon, you're coming in late. But you guys got questions? You got something that we should try? Clean up the space while you guys are pondering your questions you want to ask. I was wondering, the rooftop, can you configure that? Configure it in what way, right? Let me see. Let's go to roof and go back to like we did. Oh, we can do this. So these are the rooftop. So you probably want that piece. And let's try these pieces. So we build a roof like this. And then like this. How you got that fork, you can move it, change it. The peak. Okay, we'll get to a peak and then we'll see what we can do with it. So we got okay. So now to get the peak. Okay, now how do you want me to change it? Get the fork. Okay, let's see. This is the roof hammer, right? It's different from the window hammer. Base ring gutters, cap component. Okay, So then with this, I can turn the pieces around, force them to go in a different direction than what they want to do. Like, I think you can do that too with these pieces down here, right? You saw how they automatically lined up with each other like they normally would. And I can screw that up. But in the end, is that what you're asking, Falcon? Oh, this is still screwed up. Kind of, yeah. Well, if it's kind of, tell me the rest of. These are like railroad tracks. If you put them down by themselves, they always face the same direction. But as soon as you line them up with another one, then they'll realign themselves to fit. But every once in a while, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but every once in a while, this automatic matching behavior goes awry, and that's when I would need to use the roofing hammer. But now I haven't seen that in probably a year and a half. So now I think the value of the roofing hammer is only in trying to screw things up in a way that you wouldn't normally let you do. Something like that, right? Yeah. That might work if I'm trying to do like a Japanese roof. Make a big roof and at the bottom get it to go the other way. So what do you guys think? You have any other ideas? Questions? Was this useful? Did you find it interesting? I guess it's just not my favorite style. I guess it was kind of a Japanese vibe, which is fine, but it's wondering if there's something. Oh, instead of just turning. Also, I think, are you talking about like also these like little ridges? So with the roof pieces, they come in different angles. You might have missed that part. And so let me show you that. I will show you something here. So let me grab some bricks, and then over here let me grab some different angles. And so the basic illustration is this. This is the 45-degree angle. This is essentially the equivalent of the Minecraft stair step, right? And then you have these more shallow angles, right? So a single row will only get you half a block up. That's why they have the second piece that will get you the rest of the way. But you can see that the angle's much more shallow. Then we've got the steep stair step, which is one block doesn't even get you all the way through one block, right? It's still going up. So then we got the second piece, we top it off. And now we've gone forward one block and up 2 blocks. So there's the different styles offered by Macaws, and they have those in every single flavor. And then if you do this, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rise above our other machinations here a little bit. Okay, let's start with these. I don't know if this tower's wide enough to do what I want to do, but we'll see. I think it should be. Okay. You know, we can do it with bricks. Unfortunately, they don't have a good block for that. But you can see there's a number of different roof styles that have different pitches in the middle of the slope. So like, yeah. And so if I had actually this wider, there's a lot of like German tower bridges. Like let's look at this. If I'd say, let me open a new window. Whoops. Bring it over here. So we go mid, yeah, I was right. Evil German square tower. That's not a square tower. There we go. That's kind of what I'm talking about here. If we look at this roof, you see how they start at a shallow angle and then start sloping up to a more, a steeper angle. Actually, it's pretty, there it is, like here too. You've got that. So that's kind of cool. But also, if you look at, like, say, the same type of switch in angle, the same type of switch in angles you could do with barns. You see, so you do your steep one, and then you do your 45 or your shallow, and you can get the classic barn roof shape. So with those three angles, there's a lot of different things you could do that would, you know, to replicate all sorts of various historical models and designs, which, you know, that's part of what I'm into. But even if you're not, even if you're into like doing fantasy stuff, right? That's still a lot of options for trying to create whatever look you want to create. That's some good stuff right there. So, did you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about? And at this point, it doesn't even have to be about this. You know, we have some posts out there with polls. I'm looking for some input on the last of the Let's Play series for the rotation. Right, I need a sixth one, and so the poll out there right now is asking what type of genre should we pick, right? They're all builders, but, you know, are we looking for a space builder or amusement park builder or, you know, a survival builder, a city builder? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you want, you can just run out to the poll and vote, or you can tell me right here. This is good. Also, you know, you've seen, I know you guys have a tendency to watch my series as it come out. Any inputs or comments on any of that? Any ideas? Any feedback? Any questions? You got me live for a few more minutes at least. It might be overwhelming to then put you on the spot like that and say, what do you want to know? But, you know, Because if not, then I think maybe that would be, that we'll call it a day then. Ah, there we go. Told you I hadn't seen it in 2 years, and there it is. And I can get it to go everywhere except for what I want it to do. There we go. I've been really bad about watching stuff like, well, you got a lot on your plate. And it'll still be there whenever you have time. So, you know. That's the beauty of it. Yeah. You know what? I just realized if you can get a dark colored wood, you can make a old fashioned Pizza Hut. So there you go. I mean, okay, now I'm kind of on a mission. Let's see, dark oak, right? Dark oak roof. Oh, that goes here. And this goes here. That goes there. Pizza. Yep, exactly. It's a back piece. This is a top piece. This is the top piece. Pizza Hut. There you go. Make your own Minecraft personal pan pizza. I don't have the right mods loaded in this image, but I'm pretty sure that I have some form of pizza in my normal mod mix. So that gave me an idea. That's an interesting idea. Yep. Well, at that point, if you think of something you want to ask or suggest or tell me, you've got, please leave a comment. And if it's something that you want to just discuss with the channel members, by all means, throw it in the Discord. And if it's something you want to just ask me personally, by all means, reach out to me on a PM in Discord. But if that's it, then I want to thank everyone for signing in, joining me on this little adventure. I think it was kind of cool. I learned a lot of stuff. I hope you learned a lot of stuff. I hope you find that you'll want to put these in your own mod packs, use them in your own games. I think they add a lot of flavor and character and theme, to anything that you build. I think this is what I'm talking about, right? You could try to fake it in vanilla, but here you don't have to fake it. And in fact, the stuff works like you're really there. And so it's immersive. That's really why we're in here, is we're here to be immersed into these worlds we're creating. So thank you, everyone. Have a good night. I hope this finds you and yours in good health, good spirits, and perhaps a touch of good fortune. Cheers.